In this world, there is a particular type of person who experiences loneliness and isolation virtually from birth. These are the chosen ones with ancient souls, and they are ancient in heart, ancient in thought, and ancient in soul. They view life very differently with a much more mature perspective than those around them. Because of this, chosen ones live their lives inwardly, each choosing their own lonely road while many around them gather to pursue another. They are simply old souls who feel much older than their years indicate. Empathy, high IQ, intuition, and a perceptive understanding of human nature frequently accompany this emotion. Stick around as we uncover 20 profound signs that may help you define yourself or understand someone else better and walk into your destiny and true calling. The two main categories of chosen ones with old souls are those who grow into becoming old souls via the process of spiritual awakening and those who are born feeling different. These chosen ones frequently feel like outsiders looking in, as though they don't belong in this world or in this era. As a result, most of these ancient souls yearn for a genuine feeling of meaning, purpose, and inner fulfillment that is unattainable through wealth, influence, or achievement. This desire to return home is a common description of the emotion. Perhaps you've experienced this in your own life or witnessed it in someone else's. J.K. Rowling, George R.R. Martin, Keanu Reeves, Dave Chappelle, and Bruce Lee have been called old souls. Perhaps even you have. 1. You are a private person. Chosen ones may be popular, artistic, and a charismatic socialite, but your true self cherishes privacy and solitude. Despite your public persona and the attention it brings, you value your alone time and the peace it provides. This preference for seclusion allows you to recharge, reflect, and nurture your creative and intellectual pursuits. If you find solace in solitude and prefer intimate gatherings over large social events, you might be an old soul. 2. You are a deep thinker. Your spare time consists of gaining new knowledge and skills or immersing yourself in programs with deeper plots and scripts, such as those about ancient history and hidden mysteries, rather than more superficial entertainment like reality TV shows. Intellectual challenges and profound insights draw you in, constantly striving to deepen your comprehension of the world and reveal its hidden truths. This constant quest for knowledge sets you apart and defines your old soul nature. 3. You're spiritually inclined. You frequently internalize your emotions, processing them deeply within yourself, experiencing a spiritual awakening, overcoming the confines of the ego, seeking spiritual enlightenment and self-realization, and fostering love and peace are often at the core of the old soul's ultimate quest in life. This inward journey allows you to connect with your higher self and the universe on a profound level, guiding your actions and interactions with others. 4. You are aware of life's transient nature. Reminders of your own death, as well as that of everything and everyone around you, are a regular source of distress for old souls. Actually, it's not unusual for you to have several existential crises throughout the course of your lifetime, particularly amid trying circumstances that serve as a stark reminder of life's transience. You decide to live a unique life because you are extremely observant and sensitive to the realities of death. Each choice matters. 5. You have a reflective and contemplative nature. You have a propensity to ponder endlessly. You need adequate time and space for introspection, reflection, and the growth of greater self-awareness. You can quickly learn from your mistakes and understand others because of your natural tendency to reflect. Many old souls, including yourself, engage in a natural kind of shadow work where you are always thinking about how you can improve, stop your problems from growing larger, and bring greater harmony into your life. 6. You have a wider perspective. You prefer not to become engrossed in the details of possessing superior iPhones, jobs, promotions, and meaningless degrees. As opposed to this, you prefer to take a broad view of life and search for the most wise and purposeful way to live and spend your time. Why waste time on unimportant details when life can end at any time? 7. You value quality over quantity. Wealth, status, fame, and the latest tech gadgets hold little interest for you after your spiritual awakening. You likely prioritize value for money over trending brands and focus on improving the quality of your life rather than accumulating material possessions. You avoid hoarding items that you might later look back on and think, "What was I thinking?" Instead, you seek meaningful experiences and lasting satisfaction from the things you choose to keep in your life. 8. You have always felt different or special. Throughout your life, you have felt different or special, often standing apart from others. This sense of being unique isn't limited to childhood, but continues into adulthood. As an old soul, you may exhibit signs of maturity and wisdom that set you apart from the mainstream. People might label you as precocious, introverted, or rebellious, as you often question the norms and conventions of society. Your inquisitive and intelligent nature leads you to see the purposelessness of many things that others accept without question, and you may either passively or actively resist conforming to these norms. If you find yourself having deep, adult-like conversations at a young age or feeling disconnected from the trivial pursuits of those around you, it's a sign that you may be an old soul. 9. You've experienced a crisis of identity. You frequently pose deep and probing questions about existence in your pursuit of freedom, truth, and love. You will eventually encounter an existential crisis as a result of your effort to lead a meaningful life. When you begin to see past the illusions and deceptions perpetuated by society, you may experience an existential crisis. You may question life's meaning, your role, and humanity's state. Is life simply a fated accident? What purpose does all I've done serve? Anyhow, what's the deal with all this? When you are having an existential crisis, you ponder questions like this. 10. Your perspective on life is poetic and introspective. Old souls see things that others miss and take the time to enjoy life. Consider the natural world. An old soul will appreciate the way the wind sways through the trees, while a stranger might simply pass by, oblivious to the obvious beauty that's in front of them. Elderly souls also reflect on life. A child's giggle and smile are something to pause and appreciate. There is so much in life to pause, savor, and consider. 11. You frequently overanalyze everything. You tend to be an introspective individual, yet this trait can also be painful and difficult at times. For example, most old souls suffer from the plague of overanalyzing almost everything. Selecting an item from a menu at a cafe, for instance, might be an oddly laborious process. There are tons of choices. Which is the appropriate choice? Which would taste the best? Which is the most moral? What is the best deal in terms of value? What is appropriate for the time of day? Social settings don't get any better, which brings up the following argument. 12. You struggle with anxiety in social situations. Combining overanalysis, responsibility, and deep empathy creates social anxiety for old souls. Add eccentricity, unshared common interests, and social discomfort becomes inevitable. Though confident and self-assured, you may find social interactions intricate and exhausting, often preferring solitude. Additionally, old souls are prone to depression, making it crucial to recognize and address these feelings. Despite these challenges, when you connect with someone, you form strong, intense bonds quickly, finding immense joy in discovering kindred spirits. 13. You can assume the role of counselor or advisor with ease. Like moths to a flame, People swarm to old souls for guidance. Because of their composure and insight, it's common for friends, family, and co-workers to instinctively view the old soul as a wise counselor. Although the majority of old souls don't mind, it's usual for them to be overtaken and overwhelmed by the severity of other people's issues, but you still get a kick out of assisting others. Giving advice to people in need is more enjoyable than burdensome. 14. You feel all alone in this world. Even when surrounded by people, you may experience feelings of loneliness or isolation. You have moments of astral projection, even in a crowded setting, where it's as though you are watching everything in slow motion. You likely wonder constantly where you fit in. Additionally, you might feel that people just can't entirely get you. Common feelings that accompany being an old soul usually include a feeling of world weariness, mental tiredness, inquisitiveness, watchful patience, and the sensation of being an outsider looking in. 15. You enjoy hanging out with people who are a lot older than you. You tend to form friendships with older individuals far more frequently than with younger people, even with people your own age. Those that have been around for a lot longer than the rest have a certain quality that makes you relatable, interesting, and nuanced. Furthermore, it is consoling to be in the company of people whose outward energy aligns with the inner energy of an old soul. There is compatibility there. There's no need to run headless chicken style to concerts, parties, and other events. Alternatively, you might take pleasure in chatting and sharing stories while relaxing on the patio chairs or around the fire. 16. You just live a simple, peaceful life. You appreciate and even like complexity in certain spheres of existence. Overall, though, simplicity is what most old souls secretly yearn for. The modest life has an air of purity, beauty, and Zen-like allure. Some people may have a strong desire for minimalism, while others may approach daily tasks and other endeavors with a minimalist mindset. Your desire for simplicity closely links to the Chosen's one love of heart, soul, and essence. It is easy to find the truth and honor in simplicity. 17. You're attracted to fantasy, history, and mystery. The allure of fantasy, history, and mystery captivates you. You find yourself drawn to stories of mythical worlds, ancient civilizations, and unsolved enigmas. This fascination often extends to old music, vintage furniture, historic architecture, and classic literature. Whether it's the romance of 18th century horse-drawn carriages, the lively spirit of Victorian-era soirees, or the enigma of medieval castles, you feel a deep connection to these timeless elements, fueling your sense of wonder and curiosity about the past. 18. You feel like you're in a different skin. Old souls may experience a sense of embodying traits typically associated with the opposite gender. For example, a man might possess strong female characteristics, and a woman might exhibit pronounced male traits. Metaphysical teachers like Dolores Cannon attribute this phenomenon to having lived numerous past lives as the opposite gender. This extensive experience creates a deep familiarity and comfort with these characteristics, making it feel as natural as if it were part of one's true self. 19. You crave meaningful connections with people. As an old soul, you likely spent your childhood feeling lonely and finding it difficult to make new friends. Today, you seek sturdy, long-lasting friendships built on genuine connections, often preferring to have a few close friends who may even live far away, rather than forcing yourself to fit into a local community just to have social support. You enjoy deep conversations over small talk and value the quality of relationships over quantity. You won't compromise your authenticity for the sake of social acceptance. And lastly, number 20, you wonder about past lives. A lot. You experience frequent déjà vu and feel a strong sense of connection to certain places, strangers, cultures, and eras. as if you have been there before. This deep connection often brings about a sense of familiarity and comfort, leading you to believe in the possibility of having lived past lives. You might also find yourself inexplicably drawn to specific historical periods or regions, feeling a profound resonance with their traditions and way of life. In the midst of a life crisis, chosen ones who are old souls may find themselves grappling with profound questions and reflections about their existence. As you stand at this crossroads, you might experience a deep sense of isolation, feeling disconnected from the fast-paced world around you. It's not uncommon to feel as though you've lived many lives, carrying ancient wisdom and an understanding that goes beyond your years. This sensation of being an old soul can be both a gift and a burden. During challenging times, you might grapple with depression and existential angst. The burden of deep empathy and introspection can be heavy, making it essential to find ways to manage and heal these emotional struggles. Despite these difficulties, the connections you form are deep and meaningful, providing a sense of belonging and understanding. As you navigate through this journey, you may be thinking, what is the true purpose of your life beyond societal expectations and material pursuits? How can you find peace and fulfillment in a world that often feels alien and unwelcoming? In what ways can you nurture your old soul, embracing your unique perspective and gifts? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe and get notified of our upcoming video. Until then, remember that you are not alone in feeling different and seeking deeper meaning. Embrace your unique perspective and the wisdom that comes with being an old soul. Your journey is a special one, filled with profound connections and insights that can illuminate not just your path, but also inspire those around you. Keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep finding beauty in the depths of your soul.